Here we talk about an overview of data analysis. What do we mean by data analysis? When we see data analysis, what are we actually talking about? As it is stated here, analysis of data is being used in our day-to-day life anytime we make decision. Yeah, this is correct. In most of the things we do daily, we apply data analysis. Let me give you an example. When you wake up, you think of what to eat. Okay, what do I eat today? Okay, I have rice, I have oil, I have pepper, I have beans, I have indomie. What you are doing at this stage is gathering the data, gathering what you have at home. Then the next step you are going to take is to select what you want to eat based on what you have at home. So based on what you have, okay, I have rice, I have oil, I have pepper. Okay, probably I can make concoction rice then. That is you analyzing the data. So based on the data set you have, based on the records you have, then you're analyzing what to eat. Okay, you have beans, but you don't have palm oil. So that means you can't cook beans. So that's out of it. That's analysis. And this same thing is what we do for business purpose, which we call business data analysis. So business data analysis involves gathering business data, conducting descriptive analysis, diagnostic analysis, prescriptive analysis, and predictive analysis on the data in order to generate insights that can be useful for decision making of the company. So when you gather data as a data analyst, the aim of that data is to generate useful insights that can be used for decision making for the company. So any data you have as a company is highly useful as it can make or mar your business. Analyzing a business data can make a company to take a decision which will improve its profits or even reduce its cost based on the insight generated from the data. Because when we look at data analysis really involves you gathering what is happening right now and making use of what is happening right now to predict what will happen in future. So it's not like you're doing a guesswork. You're not doing a guesswork. You are gathering historical data, and based on the historical data, you can make decisions concerning the future. So in a simple definition, data analysis is an act and a process of cleaning, transforming, modeling, and visualizing data to discover insights and useful information for decision making. With this definition, it shows that data analysis is a process, and when we talk about a process, you have to start from somewhere. It is an act and process of cleaning. So it means that when you get your data, most times your data might be dirty, so you have to clean your data. You have to arrange your data to make it useful. Then after cleaning your data, you have to transform it to what you actually need. Cleaning is just a process of making sure you move the data from being dirty to being okay. So transformation of the data actually involves you converting the clean data to your own want, to how you want the data to be. You add anything you want to see in the data, you convert it to anything you want. So it's actually different from data cleaning. Then when we talk about modeling, we are talking about creating models for your data, and majorly models are used for predicting. Creating modeling can also be a form of creating relationship between tables, so you can analyze the data. Then finally, you have to visualize your insight. And the process of visualizing, it can also be the process of analyzing. It works hand in hand sometimes. So when you visualize, most times you are analyzing the data. It might not be so sometimes, but most times when you visualize, it's also a way of analyzing data. And sometimes you analyze first, then you visualize for the end users to see the results of the data. So to sum it up, data analysis is an act of gathering data in order to discover insights and useful information for decision making. That's just an overview of the data analysis. Then moving forward, we have the types of data analysis. Data analysis has been grouped into 4 different types. The first one, we have the descriptive analysis. The second one is the diagnostic analysis. The third one is the predictive analysis, while the last one, as mentioned there, is the prescriptive analysis. Okay, moving back to the first one, when we talk about descriptive analysis, we're actually talking about what happened. I know most of us should understand what we mean by descriptive analysis. We should just checking the sum, the average, checking the trend of data. So descriptive analysis actually involves you checking what happened in the past, the historical information, what actually happened. Okay, when you are carrying out a descriptive analysis, it means that okay, you're working on the data, and what happened in the last year is that the company made 3 billion naira. And the trend of this 3 billion naira by quarter is that in the first quarter it made 500 million, in the second quarter it made 500 million, in the third quarter it made 1 billion, then in the last quarter it also made 1 billion. So that's the trend. That's what happened. It's just showing the descriptive, just describe what happened in the past. That's descriptive analysis. Then moving forward to the second one, we have diagnostic analysis, and this asks the question of why did it happen? Okay, last year we made sales of 3 billion naira. How? Why did it happen? Because the previous year before that we made sales of 4.5 billion naira. So why are we having 3.3 billion naira for the last year? What happened? Why did it happen? Why it happened is because of the pandemic. We closed down for a few months and we lost revenue due to the pandemic. That is why we made just 3 billion naira for the year. So diagnostic analysis involves you digging deep into the data to understand why what happened. So it involves you conducting deep analysis into the data to understand why what happened. So that's the simple definition of diagnostic analysis. Then moving to predictive analysis. Predictive analysis is quite simple. It actually involves forecasting what is likely to happen. Okay, based on the historical information I have, based on the data for the last 5 years which I have, for next year we are to experience growth in our sales revenue. That's predictive analysis. Predictive analysis involves forecasting. This should happen next year. We should expect decline in revenue next year due to the pandemic. That is predictive analysis. Then moving to prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis also is quite straightforward. It involves giving recommendations to the company and asks the question, what action should we take? Okay, if giving us what happened, why it happened, what is likely to happen in future, so what should we do? Should we lay off some staffs? Which segments should we invest in? Which region should we invest in based on the previous analysis we've conducted? Should we increase the investment in consumer goods, or what should we do? Recommend something to us, and that's what we mean by prescriptive analysis. Just simple and straightforward.